Hello and welcome. This is class number 61 of the UPSC Mains Answer Writing Initiative, a place where we try and take up important topics and form questions on the basis of it and then try and answer that for the UPSC Mains examination perspective. At the end of it, you also get to have a homework that you can practice on your own to improve your answer writing skills. If you are new here, do hit the subscribe and the like button if this series has been helping you. Also, to help you master the UPSC Mains Answer Writing Initiative has been launched. It's a one-on-one mentorship guidance program where I will be helping you master UPSC answer writing. In order to get more details about this program, you can either contact me on this information or you can register for the course on my app. Go to Google Play Store, search for my app. The name is Harshmeet Study Circle and you can register for the course from here. There are other courses also that you can take up. The PSIR comprehensive course for 2025, the PSIR test series come crash course, and also a very important essay booklet that has 101 model essays for the UPSC examination. Now let's see what do we have here today. As I remind you in every single class, if you are new here, if you are new to answer writing and you don't know how and where to begin, my suggestion is go to a description of the video, and in the description you will get the link of a playlist. The name of the playlist is UPSC Mains Answer Writing Initiative. Go to class number 1. In the first class, we have discussed about how to write the introduction, the main body and the conclusion. You can clarify your doubts there and you can come back. Let's see what question are we taking up today. Today we are taking up a question from IR, that is International Relations. Analyze the impact of recent political shifts in West Asia on India's energy security and propose strategies to mitigate the resulting issues. The question is simple, straightforward. It's saying that West Asia, or in other words, the area that you call as the Middle East, has been seeing a lot of important political changes. Now, the political changes can be very diverse depending upon how you look at it. The situation in Israel, how Palestine and Israel have been confronting each other, the situation between Saudi Arabia and Iran, the situation between how the Houthis have been attacking many of the vessels coming in this part of the world. So a lot of these interconnected issues are taking place in West Asia. The question is not specifically about any of those issues. So rather than focusing on one specific issue, the question is what impact would it have on India's energy security and what strategies should we adopt to mitigate that. So in this answer, there is no point of elaborating or discussing any specific issue in West Asia. You can have a passing mention of that if you want, but there's no need for elaborating or discussing that. Rather, your energy should be spent on writing about the impact it would have on India's energy security, because India imports most of our energy from this area, and also what steps can be taken to mitigate this. So let's start. The introduction will be a fact about how much energy India imports. So India imports about 85% of its crude oil, and we rely heavily on West Asia for energy security. You can also define what exactly is West Asia and the issues that it has been facing, which the US tried to resolve using the Abraham Accord. So again, it depends. If you want, you can have a passing mention of Iran, Saudi Arabia, the issues, the presence of Qatar, countries such as Israel, the other countries that are playing a major role in this region. If you want, you can have a passing mention of that, and you can also talk about how India is dependent on this region for our energy security because of our heavy reliance on energy import. Now the first part was the impact it would have on energy security. First, obviously, supply disruptions. Now in IR, the more factual information that you give, the more examples that you present, the better your answer will be. Any impact or any disruption or any change in this part of the world would obviously have supply chain disruptions. For example, any tension in the Strait of Hormuz, through which 20% of the world's oil passes, can have a major impact on India's energy import. Also, even if one of those huge oil producing countries faces a crisis of any sort, it will result in price volatility. Like in 2019, the drone attack on Saudi oil facilities by Houthi rebels actually led to a temporary spike in the global oil prices. It also presents a challenge about diversification. India is reliant heavily on most of the countries in West Asia to have our supply or our share of oil, and this is where India faces its challenges. Now, how do we mitigate this? Strategy would be just right opposite of the challenges. That would be the strategy. First, obviously, try and diversify. explore different opportunities that we are doing right now by importing different energy resources from Russia, from US also. So diversify, talk to countries in Africa, Latin America, etc. Have our own strategic petroleum reserve that we do have. We have been expanding, in fact, our capacity of storing petroleum, storing oil in our petroleum reserves. Focus more on renewable energy expansion. Focus on initiatives such as the International Solar Alliance, of which India is a founding member, and also strengthen diplomatic ties with countries so that we are not facing any negative impact on any disruption that takes place in this part of the world. These are the strategies that we can write about. Again, as you can see, we have given real examples, real facts, so that our answer becomes much better. Facts such as International Solar Alliance, which are the countries from where we can import all these gases. So don't just write about that India should import oil from other countries, right? Which countries are you talking about? Similarly, when you say India should have better bilateral relation or diplomatic relation, talk about which groups are you referring to, which countries are you referring to, like Gulf Cooperation Council, etc. Then you can conclude by summarizing how any political shift in West Asia poses a significant challenge for India's energy security. However, we can mitigate these challenges if we try and adopt the strategies that we have mentioned here. That is how you can write this particular answer. And if you also want to try your hand at answer writing, this is a homework for you. Analyze the significant impact of Indian philosophical thought and cultural heritage on the design and creation of monuments and artistic works throughout India's historical development. If you want, I'll be happy to evaluate, but it will take a few days. You can send your answers here. If you want to check out other courses that I'm offering right now, you can go to Google Play Store, download my app. The name of the app is Harshmeet Study Circle. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, do hit the subscribe and the like button. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Jai Hind.